Welcome to an epic adventure in the land of smiles. I'm Rock and Roll Rider, and today I'm going to take you on a journey to plan the ultimate Thailand trip in 2023, all the way from India. From exploring the bustling streets of Thailand cities to unwinding on pristine beaches, from diving into a world of underwater wonders to indulging in the most delicious street food, Thailand has it all. And now with international travel open, it's time to get ready for an unforgettable experience. Sawadee Krap, from Rock and Roll Rider to all my subscribers. I'm back again with another video. In this video, I will be showing you. Oh shit, man. So after 9 videos, and sorry for the spam, you guys. So this video was mandatory because I'm sure you guys will have a lot of questions of how I planned the whole trip, how much did it cost, and how much the flights cost, where did I stay, how did I book the homestays, is it good to stay in 5-star hotels, or is it good to go the off-beaten path. But as you guys have seen my previous videos, and I don't believe in doing what others do, so I try to at least do something away and different from the general crowd. Okay, so this guide video would be divided into 3 parts. The first part would be how do you have to plan your Thailand trip, of which the first question would be where do you want to go in Thailand, and the second one would be what are the things which are required from the visa part to all those extra additional fees which will be fees or expenses, and the third the final section would be just us giving you real world insights of how our trip was, and what you guys have to do and what you guys should abstain from. So yeah, without wasting much time, let's dive into the first section. Now let's first look into the map of Thailand. As you can see, Thailand is a big country and it consists of over 1400 plus islands. Let us first consider the first scenario, which is the budget trip scenario. If your budget is around 30 to 35,000 rupees and you still want to get an international experience and not put a dent in your pocket, I suggest you booking a flight directly to Bangkok, and most importantly Don Mueang Airport. Remember this, Don Mueang Airport. You have to book your flight to Don Mueang Airport, and from there, because your budget is just 30 to 35,000 rupees, you don't have much option to go down south, but still worry not, you can explore the real Thailand with 30 to 35,000 rupees per head as well. So what you have to do is after you get out of Don Mueang Airport, you can just get a hostel somewhere in Bangkok, because I feel there isn't much to do in Bangkok apart from just a lot of traffic. It has become perhaps like Bangalore. It was one hell of an experience for us in Bangkok. So what I suggest is stay in Bangkok, maybe in a good hostel for a day, and then head down to Pattaya. Pattaya has a lot of islands neighboring as well, 𝗗𝗶𝘀𝗶𝗺𝗏 Islands, Koh Lang, Koh Phi, and based on your budget you can decide which island you want to stay, or you can just do an island hopping tour as well. And remember, Klook is the app where you have to book island hopping, and you can even explore the Rayong province area. Even this is supposedly very nice, and it has islands as well. Koh Samet, even this is one of the most visited islands in the Rayong province. Your whole budget trip plans will be sorted just in this particular area from Bangkok to Rayong. The second scenario would be you have a lot of money to spend, or you have a lot of money in your credit card which you will be able to pay back a little later, and you don't mind spending on that international trip you always dreamed of. So what I suggest is don't book a flight directly to Bangkok. Despite it being cheap and it'll help you in terms of saving a lot of money, I suggest you directly book a flight to Phuket. The flight tickets they are almost around 4 to 5,000 rupees more than what they are to Bangkok. But from Phuket, all these islands are accessible, very easily accessible. Phuket, the whole Krabi province, even the Surat Thani province, the transfers become very easy and become less stressful. The bus journeys last around maybe 2-3 hours max. But if you are planning to go to Bangkok and then head down, like how we did, the bus journeys would be really stressful. It was around 8 to 9 hours bus journey, and then we had to take a ferry. The ferry journey was simply amazing, but you get my point. The bus journeys can be easily avoidable, and the amount you spend on the transfers from Bangkok to the southern part of Thailand can be saved as well. And the biggest plus point of landing directly in Phuket is the islands in the Andaman Sea. A lot of adventure to be done in the Andaman Sea. Similar Islands National Park is one of the most famous places. Phi Phi Islands. Every other Indian who ends up in Thailand goes to Phi Phi Islands without any doubt. And Koh Lipe, Koh Mok, there are literally lots in the Andaman Sea. And in the Gulf of Thailand, of course, the island which we went to, the Koh Samui Islands, Koh Phangan, Koh Phalua, and a little ahead, Koh Tao. This is just a tourist place, and I don't think so there's place to halt here. But there are literally lots and lots of islands to explore if you go down south. Your passport, of course, that's pretty obvious, and based on the condition of COVID, because I don't know whether this COVID bullshit is ever gonna get over, COVID vaccine certificate, and if it's required, I'm not telling you it's compulsory, but if it's required, that and 2 doses, if you've already taken 2 doses, I think that's must. So Indians have visa on arrival, luckily, and you can pick from both the options, the offline and the online. The online costs you around 6,000 rupees approx per head, and the offline would cost you around 4,500 to 5,000 rupees. But if you want to just skip the queues and just get down and directly head to your hotels, I suggest you can go with the online option. And most importantly, please make a note, this is very important, please carry a passport size photo if you're going through the offline mode. First and foremost, carry a lot of cash with you, get it exchanged in India itself. I suggest at least carrying around 5,000 to 6,000 baht per head at least, if you are going on a budget vacation. And if you don't have much problem with the budget, you can at least carry 10,000 baht, I suggest, because unless and until you have forex cards, the exchange rate and the fees applicable on Indian cards is too much. A flat fee of 300 baht is applied if you use a debit card or credit card, and on top of that, exchange rate applies as well. I feel minimum 1 week you will need to explore and enjoy Thailand to the fullest. What do you have to say about this?
I guess 1 week is still less, because there is a lot to do, and if you have money, yes, there is of course a lot of opportunities to enjoy. But we missed few of the things, so I would suggest more than 1 week, or maybe 1.5 weeks.
Okay, talking about clothes, please carry light clothes. I don't suggest carrying woolen clothes or a bit heavy cotton clothes, because it's warm throughout the year, be it winter or any season or summer. It's pretty warm there, and clothes are pretty cheap. You can just get good t-shirts for around 50 to 100 baht, which is around 150 to 200 rupees, Indian rupees. So that's pretty cheap, and you can directly go there and buy. But if you already have enough clothes, you can carry, but carry light, go light, completely light. 12Go Asia is perhaps the best app, and considerably very cheap when compared to other apps as well. So you can book all the transfers, from ferries to trains to even domestic planes as well. So based on where you're planning to go, you can book your transfers. And considering my case, what we did was, from Bangkok we booked a bus through 12Go Asia to a place called Surat Thani. It's another province extremely down south in Thailand, and from there we boarded a ferry which was included in the whole transfer, and from there we just rented on the island we just rented a motorbike. The motorbike rents range around 250 baht to 300 baht per day, and if it's season it can go up to 500 baht as well, depending on how fancy you would want your homestay or a hotel to be. You can book it accordingly on Airbnb. You can book it back here in India itself before going, and just contact the host and tell them about the arrival. Yeah, if you are not able to find good homestays on Airbnb, there are a lot of other options. I suggest Klook is an alternative option, because after we went to Thailand and we had to book an additional homestay which was not possible on Airbnb, I chose the Klook option. Klook, you can use a credit card directly on Klook, and it's not going to ask you for OTP or anything. You can directly book by just entering your OTP, which is not an advisable option back in India, but abroad it's still okay, because you don't have your Indian SIM with you and you won't be receiving any OTPs. So that's a very good option to consider. And one more thing which you can use Klook for is booking your SIM cards. Yes, that's really important. If you're going with your wife and you want to stay away from the technology for a few days and enjoy Thailand and its true beauty, I suggest just taking one SIM so that you try to stay away from social media, at least when you're vacationing. But the sad part is there is Wi-Fi literally in every homestay and every resort you stay. So you end up being on Instagram and YouTube and everywhere, even when you're vacationing. But I suggest one SIM would be really enough. And despite Thailand being such a big country, even if you are in the middle of the ocean, you get very good network. So in that way it's very good. And the SIM costs you around 500 Indian rupees approx. Okay, now let's talk about the food. So how was your experience with the food?
Not that great. It's like same menu at most of the places, and no curry concept. So if you have rice, with rice it's like dry or roasted non-veg items, whatever you order. Noodles, my god, don't even order noodles, because in the name of noodles there was some kind of pasta. It was not really nice. So overall I would say I would rate around 4 to 5 out of 10.
Okay. And talking about the money perspective, I think you can get good food for 50-60 baht per meal. But if you want to go explore really good restaurants, it can go up to 200-250 baht per meal as well, per head as well. So yeah, it depends on where you want to eat food and how you want to enjoy food. I wouldn't suggest go try street food, because as Indians we won't be able to eat such kind of food, because it smells really bad. It really smells bad. So
you can't say bad, but yeah, really strong.
Yeah. So how was the experience with beverages in Thailand?
If you're a tea lover, then you forget about the tea. You will not get tea anywhere. But yes, you will get bubble tea. That's cold, just like in hubby.
I'm not cold. She's cold. Yeah, in the whole South, I did actually a little bit of research on coffee and tea. In the whole of Southeast Asia, there's actually no concept for tea at all. Because it's pretty hot and they don't have hill stations where they can grow tea, and because of which coffee is very dominant everywhere. And for people who love alcohol, it's a literal heaven. You can get alcohol everywhere. You get even fruit juices with a lot of alcohol. So not specifically you have to go to a bar and get drunk. You can go drink fruit juice which has alcohol as well. So
and of course ganja in my medication, ganja in my brain. That's everywhere.
Yeah, Thai government doesn't want to make it so obvious, but weed is legal. It's pretty much legal. There are dispensaries everywhere. There are people smoking up everywhere. You can smell weed in the air. Coming to one of the most important topic, how safe is Thailand for women?
So So as far as I observed, it is pretty safe because you can wear anything, everything, and nobody even care. And most of the time, or most of the places where you see there are a lot of movements working, let it be a store or maybe they're on the street, in the markets, you will find a lot of women. But maybe there are many shady areas because no country is 100% safe for women. So you need to do your own research and be careful when you go to the shady areas. Shady as in like where you go in the nightlife or something you want to enjoy. So be careful, don't go alone. Go with some partner.
Yeah.
Please travel responsibly and please like, share and subscribe.
More such videos are coming very soon.